All right. I've done videos regarding this quote before, both countering the quote and debunking it, and as well as videos, proving that the expanded universe was canon, and several other videos regarding the quote. But I just gotta do this because it's been on my mind for the past few hours. People really need to stop using this quote to try and prove that the EU was never canon. Because I'm just sick of seeing this quote. Because most people do such poor research. They just go onto Wikipedia and they see this quote, or they see like a big YouTuber like Star Wars Only or Hello Greedo use it and they assume, oh, they're right. That's the end all be all proof that the EU was never canon. And like I said, they don't do any further research about the matter, and it bugs me. And I still people, I still hear people today use this quote. Either they directly post it, or they just make a vague reference to it and said he said this here, without posting the quote. It's like this classic cliche for people to try and use it to try and prove that the EU was never canon. When, like, I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but not once in that quote does George Lucas say that the expanded universe is not canon. Because, and not to mention, people literally take what he says in there way too serious and literal. Like, because all George is saying is that the movies are his Star Wars stories, and that the expanded universe and everything else that's not the movies is Lucasfilm's Star Wars. Or they conveniently leave out the other quotes that George Lucas says, especially the one where he says the EU is part of the saga. What else? Or they don't even, when they do go onto Wikipedia, they completely ignore what's written under it. The responses Lucasfilm gave when when the fans asked if the EU was separate from his vision of Star Wars, and if it wasn't part of George's universe, or if it was like an alternate or parallel universe, they conveniently ignore that as well. And like I said, I might be beating a dead horse, but I just gotta do it. I gotta do a video about it. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna leave links to evidence that the EU was canon, and I don't. And I also just wanted to give my thoughts on that Starlog quote. Oh, one more thing. It's funny how people. I did bring this up in another video I did. When people try to use this quote to prove that the EU was never canon, but if they are interpreting that's what George Lucas is saying, that the EU is not canon, and that's literally a different alternate universe to his films, well, doesn't this quote also kind of discredit the new canon? Because if you think about it, the new canon is not his universe. He has nothing to do with it. He hasn't read any of the new canon material. He has no idea what goes on in it. So the new canon is non-canon then. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on this. So hopefully this will be the last video I have to do regarding the Starlog Magazine quote. So I will see you people around.